Yo, what's going on, my YouTube family, man, my YouTube squadron, man. Hopefully everybody morning going good. If your morning not going good, man, hopefully a little later your afternoon go a little better for you, man. Shout out to my family, my friends, Leia. Shout out my YouTube squadron, Leia. If you're new here, man, welcome to the squadron, welcome to the family. Glad to have you, you know, I rock. I mean, Gene Deal apparently called Snoop a snake, which I don't know a lot about Gene Deal, you know what I mean? I know he used to do security for Diddy or whatever way back in the day and for like Bad Boys, whatever, but you know what I mean? But like, comment, subscribe, man, and shout out to everybody that's been supporting the movement, watching the vids, man. If you in the D, man, you need camera work, photography work, a photo booth, link down below, man. Go get Friday 13 Killing the Photo, pick some love, as well as 365 visuals. They gonna get you right. If you like the outro song by Sersky, link down below. But man, like, comment, subscribe, about to get in this. I'm not sure where Gene Deal going with it, nor is if any of this true. Me personally, I don't believe it, but I kind of want to hear what he talking about, so we about to watch it. It's East Coast, West Coast rivalry shit.
As you know, right? I'm interviewing Suge right now. How you feel?
Everybody that say the East Coast and the West Coast don't got no tension, I believe it, but it's always gonna be a rivalry. You get what I'm saying? Because New York feel like they the best. Then you got LA, Cali, they feel like they the best. I ain't gonna say niggas at odds, but it's still some tension. I'm from neither, so you know what I mean?
What about the comments he making about Snoop?
Well, you know, Suge and them did a lot of things to get Snoop out of jail.
Exactly.
How is it that some physical evidence comes up missing from the police department that was in, that would have sent probably Snoop to jail? It came up missing. Suge paid a lot of money for that to happen.
Hey.
Snoop knows that.
That's right.
Physical evidence came up missing. Now, when we were out there in California, I was in the studio with Big. And Big said to D-Rock, yo, Snoop keep trying to call me and ask me where I'm at, what we doing, and what we gonna do this and do this, stuff like that. He said, leaving messages. He said, I'm not answering that phone. I'm not telling them where I'm at. So Snoop was going behind their back then, trying to get in good with Big.
Okay, see, when it comes to this, we gotta say allegedly, you know what I mean? Snoop is not that type of nigga. See, this is how I know he don't know what's going on. If we're talking about Death Row, if you know anything about Snoop Camp, not saying Snoop was a saint. Nah, hell no, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is I don't believe Snoop was on that. I believe he probably was calling the ass and see like what you up. You probably wanted to see because, you know, he didn't put himself in all that Suge and Death Row verse, but he stayed out of that shit. The only time I seen Snoop take a side was when he was at the Source Awards, because he had to. He damn near had to ride with his side. You get what I'm saying? But beyond that, man, I don't believe he was calling them for that. I feel like niggas was just paranoid because y'all knew y'all wasn't supposed to be out there. You get what I'm saying? That's just not smart. You get what I'm saying? I've always said it, bro, even though I was a kid or I wasn't even born yet, but had that been me, I wouldn't have been out there for at least 2 years, just like when Mac Dre got killed, right? And KC, that nigga Fat Tone went to the Bay. He should have never went nowhere on the West. He got smoked. And he didn't have nothing to do with it, but still, you know you're not supposed to be out here right now, bro. Let the stuff blow over. So I feel like that was just them probably being paranoid because they knew they wasn't supposed to be out there. But I don't think Snoop was on that, because if y'all know anything about Death Row and Suge or whatever, Snoop not even the hardest dude from over there. You most so got to worry about the Pyrus and niggas like that they the ones that's on that type of time. So I don't believe Snoop was on that. I honestly believe he was just trying to check on niggas, but who knows?
Or he was trying to set Big up. I don't know.
Doubt it.
So if Sugar said he a snake,
setting him up, he already rich. Like,
I guess he keep his grass cut low. Because he was definitely trying to snake Big. That's what Big felt.
But that don't
he
mean
never
that's
called
right,
him back.
though. That's
He never got with him. And like Lil C said, they was out there for a month.
Which is stupid.
When does him and Snoop go and smoke a blunt, eat some burgers, or do anything? Not at all. Because Big wasn't having it.
He shouldn't have been out there. I didn't even know, dude, Big Dog was RP Big, man. I didn't even know he was being out there for a whole month after niggas just lost Pac. It's crazy, bro. I hate to say it, he damn near was asking for it. You damn near playing niggas' faces.
He probably felt something was snake about Snoop, too. Because he never got back in touch with him.
And you personally, you found that weird that he kept calling Big?
I found it weird that Big, the way Lil C said that they was cool with Snoop and everything like that, why didn't Big entertain him? Why didn't Big let him know what studio they was in? Why did Big let him know where he was at? He felt something strange about that also.
Because once again, he knew you wasn't.
You got to keep your grass cut real low when you got a bunch of snakes around you. And evidently, Suge knew a lot of this that Snoop was doing.
Most of y'all should already know this story. This is deeper than a lot of us know. I feel like it was some real street shit. It was music shit, but it was some real street shit. Ever since Suge lost his boy Big Jake and Diddy Mans did that, it was on from that point on. And they shouldn't have been out there. I'm sorry, y'all had no business. California, I tell people this all the time. LA is not no place to go out there playing, bro. Mind your business, stay out the way. But one thing I know about LA niggas, and shout out to my LA niggas, my Oakland niggas, just California niggas, period. But I'm specifically talking to LA with this one. That ain't no place you want to be out there dangling and thinking you big time, especially if you're an East Coast nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. They don't like niggas from nowhere coming and balling in their city, especially if you're going more crazier than them. Especially from the East Coast. Come on, man. Look at Notorious Big. Let's see. Look at Pop Smoke. Look at P&B Rock. All these niggas is East Coast niggas, and they died in LA. LA is not no place to play, bro. They don't look at it like you shining. They look at it like, who you think you is coming where we from, homie? Like, we can't even make it out here. Who is this nigga? You just up and shining? Come on, man. Hey, go up. Like I said a couple videos before, if you gonna go there, man, we all want the weather. But, you know, be smart. If you wouldn't wear a chain somewhere in your hood where you from, don't do it out there, bro. You know what I mean? Big and them, they thought it was a game. They thought, oh, we rappers. But niggas don't care about that. Because when you leave a certain area and you go to a hood where it's poverty stricken, niggas still get on you, whether you famous or not. Because people not worried about what you got going on. They thinking about trying to make it through the typical everyday life. Come on, man.
And it made him feel a certain kind of way. You got to realize Snoop came to New York and said he ain't have a problem with Big and them. He ain't have a problem with nobody. And Pac felt a certain kind of way.
Hell yeah.
Behind that. Went on Steve Harvey's show with Puff. Like, that's my dude, this, that, and the third. But yet still, Big came out to California, and you don't see not one picture of him and Snoop together.
See, this is my thing, right? Big was trying to play it smart, right? But you shouldn't have been out there, dog. You should have been out there for a week, promoted your album, been up out of there. You out there for a month. Now you playing in LA niggas' faces. You get what I'm saying? Because to my understanding, when Snoop went to New York to do his press run, his trailer got shot at. So it's two things against y'all. Somebody shot at the Dog Pound in your city. Pac got shot in your city. And then Pac died in general, and now y'all out here. It's just too much. It's just, even though they ain't got nothing to do with it, it's not looking good for them. They should have never been out there for that long, bro. They should have waited at least a year. I'm sorry, man. They shouldn't have been out there. Because niggas is mad about that, bro. You get what I'm saying? Even if they know you ain't had nothing to do with it, that just leave a salty taste in niggas' mouths out there. You know what I mean?
You don't see not one place where they smoked a blunt together. Both of them like to smoke.
You probably felt
we was in the studio with
man.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. Snoop never came over there. So you tell me, was they really that cool? Or it was just a facade that was put up? The other night, it was crazy that I think the Notorious was playing. The song Hypnotized. The Hypnotized was playing. And every time I hear that song Hypnotized, not only March 9th play back in my mind, the time I was in the Winnebago and me and Big was discussing life and all the dreams that he had for himself and from the people around him. When he was talking about his love for Charlie Baltimore and how great of a rapper she was gonna be. You understand? When he was talking about how nice Cameron was and that he felt he was the nicest out the bunch. You know what I mean? What he was gonna do for Lil C's and Lil Kim and Junior Mafia, whether he was gonna get a new Junior Mafia.
Oh, I'm gonna end the video here, man. Gene Deal is an older dude. I don't know a lot about him, but I respect him by being an older man, older black man at that. Real smart dude. You seem like you know what he's talking about. I just agree to disagree with some of the stuff he's saying. I don't feel like Snoop was gonna set him up, because you gotta remember, if that was the case, well, I don't wanna be contradicting, but I don't see Snoop doing that back then, because y'all gotta remember, Snoop just beat a murder charge, bro. So I doubt that he would have gotten beat a case and put himself in jeopardy again. I just don't see it that way. But like, subscribe if you younger or my age, man. Hopefully you learned something. I did too. R.I.P. Biggie Smalls. I don't know a lot about him, but you know, I'm from the Midwest, so I've listened to people out there, Ian out there. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that man deserved to lose his life. He definitely did not, man. But at the end of the day, where somebody lose, how can I say it? When this, I don't want to say it was some music on wax, but still, bro, I just think it wasn't smart for him to be out there at that time knowing what just happened. Even though you ain't had nothing to do with it, you damn near playing niggas' faces. They mad about one of the biggest niggas they just lost out here. And you out here on vacation, like, sweet. Niggas don't like that, man. And if y'all not hip on the Bay Area, go do the research about Mac Dre. How he went to Kansas City and the janky promoter paid some niggas to shoot that van up and kill Mac Dre. And then Fat Tone went to the Bay trying to explain he should have never went out there. He lucky he didn't get killed out there. But he ended up going to Vegas. Why are you on the West Coast, bro? Mac Dre just died. Niggas is mad about that. And apparently it's a rumor that you did it, even though he ain't had nothing to do with it. Y'all get where I'm going with it? Like, you might not have nothing to do with it, but still, if a nigga, something happened to somebody somewhere from your city and you out there, come on, man. That's like 2 + 2. You could get the gist of what I'm saying. But shout out my family, man. Shout out my parents. Shout out my siblings, man. Shout out the squadron. Love y'all, man. Think before you do. Think before you speak. Try to carry better energy. And go after new girls, man. Stay out the way and get your money. You know what I mean? Stay safe. Hey, man. Say, man. Do whatever you gonna do, man. Just don't do something I wouldn't do, man. Peace.
For she slime me and my mind made. I'ma run it up for real, make 'em wish they ain't play. And my lady like for real, she got Chanel by